Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with Campaign 2, Episode 81, Mighty Nein time. This is what ends the episode from here on, at least until Episode 86, is it we're doing? Or is it 87? I think it was 86. The Cathedral is where we're going to do an entire episode in one sitting and then flip the script again, and we'll be doing these in the beginning of the episode. But to end episode 81, we just finished the Patreon Hour exclusive. We defeated the Golem at the end of episode 80, or at the break of 81. Then we started the Patreon Hour with us having defeated it. We did take a long rest. I feel like they didn't remember that an hour is a day, and it didn't seem like they cared even if they didn't remember, because we took a long rest. It was 8 hours later. Matt immediately says, 8 days has gone by. They didn't seem too fazed by it. I thought that was a big deal, but they didn't really think too much of it. We talked to Alora again, and then we ended up in a Golem workshop. We needed 4 successes for Liam to build a little Golem servant, and we're at 3 right now. The way the Patreon Hour ended was we just got the 3rd. Marisha got one, aka Bo. Sam, aka Not. And was it Jester did the other one? Either way, we all had to work together to get 4 successes, and Liam is about to say, I'm going to do the 4th and final success, because he has to do the sigils and the glyphs, because whoever does that last gets it imprinted on them, the Golem servant. We also have this giant Golem assisting us in it, who seemed like he might be an enemy, but then we learn more about it, and it ends up being this cool way to help us work together. I love it. Oh, that's right. It was Jester and Ford. Jester and Ford worked together with strength to get the Golem guy. That was the whole thing. I'm explaining it as I'm remembering. So the only 2 left were Caduceus and Liam. And Liam is going to do the glyphs and the sigils. I guess Caduceus doesn't need to do much. He's the only one left out, but maybe he'll incorporate himself somehow. I don't know. We're about to find out. Besides all that, we got a rod and a wristlet. Bo's wearing the wristlet. Intelligence went up, and the staff we gave to Jester, but there's a little battle with Knot down there. Jester and Knot were both like, I want it, and then Jester kind of just took it and said, yeah, okay, I'm holding it for now. But that means Jester has it. So that gives you spells, but more so things to assist us leading the front lines, I think they said. Let's just jump in. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see the Patreon Hour exclusive for every episode of Campaign 2. Fiona and Cake is going on for at least another 2 weeks. Adventure Time, Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, and I believe Cobra Kai and Chucky is starting very soon. Child's Play, the show. If not, Campaign 2, Episode 81, Mighty Nein time.
I would like to make sure that
3
the glyphs
successes.
and arcane symbols on the actual device match what is in the instructions, and make sure that those are not
Talzin
unfinished,
is going to
and
say
if they are,
something.
to etch them in further.
Okay.
The writing on them.
Talzin's
Okay,
doing
I can
something.
make a perception check for me.
Perception check.
This is keeping consistency between the designs on this. That would be
Knowing how Arcana works?
We've already had an Arcana check for this.
Oh,
is what I'm saying.
okay.
I thought mine was going to be dead.
Give you
so.
a D4.
Intellect.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you
You never know.
Never know. You never know.
Oh wait, well, hey, Caleb.
Yeah.
Why don't you? I mean, not to backseat Arcana or whatever, but
I don't want to be a
you
backseat
could,
arcanist.
You do have that motive possibility that might come in handy in a moment like this.
No, it's not prepared, that spell.
Oh,
Plus, doing magic in here might be bad.
we've been doing magic.
doing magic.
Super
Yeah.
low
Just
roll.
guided me.
Super low roll.
I've been guiding.
Super low roll.
About that.
7.
A 7.
Yeah. Roll a 3.
Great. That
You
is going to be a
begin
failure.
as she's writing the scribes over, you go over and make a few adjustments to fix hers, and as
So now
the
Caduceus-
sigils begin to be
but-
burned in about the 3rd hour of the work, the first enchantments spark and fail and sputter. First failure.
First
Oh,
failure.
Let me
One
see what I
failure.
can do.
And Caduceus is the only
Has to be
one.
a success. This next one.
I'm gonna go
But
over
is the
and
final
see if
success
I can use my crystal to sort
The
of.
person who gets it imprinted on? Because I thought that was the point of Liam.
So much chatter.
Don't fight.
Yes.
I'm going to try and see if I can instill some of the spiritual life force from my crystal and use it to jumpstart this one, and see if I can get everything up and running again. See if like I can use the crystal energies to also kind of fix whatever happened just there. 2.
So you're attempting to bring spiritual energies to an arcane construct.
Too weird?
Too weird. I'm thinking that's
I
a little.
will say that this has no impact on it whatsoever.
Oh well.
Okay.
You attempt it.
I
but
agree
There's
with
such
Matt.
a disconnect between
In
the
the
divine source of
Patreon
your
hour,
power
Marisha
and the
made
attempt to,
a
like,
very good-
empathize with this power there.
You know,
It doesn't
debate
take too-
on the
I won't
fact that
consider
she
it a
would
failure,
have
but I'll let
more
you know
knowledge
there-
of the
there
inner
wasn't
workings of a
success.
golem based on
alright.
her
But if there's something else you want to try and bring to the table here.
extract attributes thing.
Some tea. Is there
And I was like,
honey
that does make
in the
sense to
chest
me.
of this thing
That didn't make
for
a
my
whole lot of
cat
sense to me. I mean, I get what
to
he's
sit
saying,
and
but
Jaeger?
You could design it that way if you want.
I would like to.
fucking
Okay.
gram of fucking.
Oh my god,
Jaeger
yes.
for
You're like
I'll allow it.
Jaeger from
Frumpkin make the last.
Frumpkin
Can
has never made
Frumpkin-
a
Frumpkin always fails.
Frumpkin, yeah, do we want
It's
to
a
rest
design
on
thing. I
that?
mean, if you wanted to help in fashioning a pocket for Frumpkin.
I don't know if I'm the guy
I
to
could
do that.
help. I'm artistic. That could have something to do with artistry, right?
That's true, yeah.
design. Yeah.
But if it's a performance check, that's different than if it's like an artistry check.
I could try to put
What's
some.
an artistry check?
What is the main function of this thing? Like, does it say in the book? Like, is it an attacking thing? Is it just a general servant?
It's a servant.
Does it have any weaponry or attacks?
As you're developing it, I mean, it has heavy fists. And there is something about that crystal in its chest and a chamber that seems to kind of open and close here. That's all you know.
I mean,
Can we make
put
it more
my pistol in
protective?
it
I don't know.
somehow, and it could like, and then come out.
Pop a little gun in him. Matt's like,
Do
you
what
got
you're
it.
gonna do.
We're in the 4th hour now.
Oh,
This is the
God.
final stage.
let's not do the cat because I have much more flexibility with Frumpkin not in there.
How
Fourth
about a
hour.
gun chest?
Gun chest. That's kind of what I was saying. Pop out of the
Little
chest.
chest cannon.
Just a one-shot gun chest.
Yeah, well,
What
it
was
can be that.
what was the test that you already did? Is not you used.
My test?
Yeah.
Oh well, mine was an intellect check.
Clockwork.
I thought it was going to be Dex, but
Tinkering
it was not.
inside the
This was it was less about like how good you were at the wires and more remembering and helping her along with where they're supposed to connect.
Yeah.
But he succeeded. Not. Well, she succeeded.
I mean, I have Mage Hand. I can go sort of in there and do stuff.
We've already been doing stuff in there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we've already
We can
done our
double up
checks.
though. One person can do two.
Once
Ford has
once
them.
you've all tried something, you can. Otherwise, it's going to be at a higher DC to double up
Okay.
because you've been doing multiple things.
Is there
Is there a way to activate this?
Assisted me.
Is there a way to help activate the spell to bond it to you?
Is there any in the
So
the manual,
Caduceus is the
are there
only one
any
left
instructions
that
on
won't
enchanting
up
the
the
thing
DC?
to complete the job?
Because everyone else has
Yeah,
done
no,
something.
that's part of what you guys have been handling with these
Ford and
sigils and
Jester.
kind of marking over the
Bo did a
sigils.
solo,
overall.
not did a solo,
I
and
could use
Liam
my
failed.
shocking grasp to sort of jumpstart it with a bolt of electricity.
I have no idea if that would work, and it hurt the last one.
Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, but fire is good.
Yeah, does
Arcane
anyone have-
fireball. I'm gonna be a little burning
fire.
furnace.
I can try and put a sacred flame into it,
Yeah,
into the
sacred
crystal.
flame it.
Sacred
wanna try
flame
that?
it.
Sacred flame into the crystal.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
I'll say since this is less than an empathic connection
All right.
to something that has no empathy, this is instead more of a divine spark in an attempt to utilize and channel the Wild Mother to give a semblance of life to something that was not intended to live. I'll let you do a religion check for that.
Ew. Okay.
Oh God.
Right.
Guidance.
I've got that.
It's not a terribly high
Guidance.
DC, but
Come on.
Hey!
With guidance.
26.
26. Glorious.
it's a 16 DC, so that's a success.
I have a 3 in religion, so that's okay.
Alrighty. So, after it's fully assembled at the end of the 4th hour, putting the final pieces together, there's the final trigger, and you, Caduceus, release this burning divine flame on the inside as it burns through the inside of this tiny, squat, little round, rotund golem. You watch as the inside of its
I was telling everybody
seams
during the
begin to
Patreon-
glow
or
with that
the
same
live
divine light,
stream
and the sigils begin to
how it reminds me of
fire
TikTok.
Up. The last one is not completed. Who's going
Now
to
it
complete
reminds
the final
this
sigil?
one reminds me
Oh,
even
who
more
wants
of
it?
TikTok.
Caleb?
Who's
Did
gonna
you want
invent
it?
the
Final sigil. Here we go.
He's
Caleb,
already
right?
got Frumpkin. I mean, Caleb, whatever you want. I love you.
I got a sweet braid wrap, so
Caleb,
I.
you were really excited about
Yeah.
this. You should do it.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, you complete the final sigil.
You could tell
With
he
that,
is not
the-
arguing at
the
all. He
glyph
definitely wants
glows.
this.
You see
Liam is
across
like,
his face where the two
excuse me,
pale
I'm the one
spots,
that
the kind
wanted
of
to do
divots where the
this,
eyes
and now
would
we're
be,
deciding who gets it.
spark on,
But then they're
the
like,
chains
no, you get
detach.
it. He's like, yeah, of course I get it.
lands on the ground,
Kills you.
And kills one of us and
and just
eats
looks
us.
towards you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It is like something out
4
of
days
Blade
passed in the
Runner.
real world.
Yeah.
while
Lifts him
we
up
got
and
it
Keeping track of all that.
Pierces out his eyes.
This is yours
rips
now. You
his
get to
head
name
off.
it.
You
What are
get
you
to
gonna
name
name
it.
him?
Name a peanut.
Peanut. Duty.
Proto-Dodie.
This is Willy.
Proto
Willy?
Willi. Willy.
No, it's
Yeah,
Willy.
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 Wi-
That's what I said, Willy.
Yeah, I think you're saying Villy,
Villy?
like a V.
No, I'm saying Willy.
Yeah. There's like a this letter
Willy.
instead of
Why
this
Willy?
letter.
Yeah,
That
why
sounds like
You
Willy?
guys have known me for a long time. Are we really still pecking at my accent? It's Willy.
It just
It's
wants you to get the
Yeah,
letter
you
right.
know
He
that
said
a
it
lot of
different
people
20
call their,
times.
Like, weens a Willy.
This is Willy.
Okay, so
People
his
call
name
their
is
weens.
Yeah.
You
So
love
his name
dicks.
is Ween. You love dicks.
I mean, I do.
So, Willy.
Little Willy.
Little Willy.
Willy.
He's a little Willy.
Little Willy.
Little Willy.
Willy. Can we call him Willy?
You know,
It stands
people
about
call
4.5
their
feet tall,
weens
and it's just this
Willies.
kind of ball of rock and metal.
And you love dicks.
It's
I mean,
glowing
hey,
eyes
it
and
all
different
does
runes
make
on
sense.
it, you know, slightly giving off a gentle arcane glow, and it just looks at you.
You are William. Or also Little Willy. Yeah? Sit.
Dance, tell him to.
Speak. Do you speak?
He ain't got no mouth.
He ain't got no
There's
mouth.
no mouth, there's no features there.
He
Tell us
ain't
to
got no
punch
mouth.
Punch bow.
Whoosh! The fist
I
comes
flex
swinging
my
at you.
abs and try and take it to see how it does.
Roll an attack.
Oh
with
my
advantage, 'cause
god,
she's
this
letting it
is
happen.
hilarious. She's letting it happen. Oh my god, could you imagine if it was like
Advantage and its attack is 16.
You can't get through my abs,
Yeah,
little
she-
Willy.
She just kind of
she just flexes and
stops
stops it.
Halt.
Amazing. You can't get through my
Willie's
abs,
weak.
little Willy. Little
I'm willing to
Willy's
jump.
weak.
Tell Willy.
That's
Dance,
great.
Willy.
Dance Willy.
I dance with him.
Just,
understands dancing as much as
Yeah.
the limitations of the enchantment allow.
Run in a circle in this room, William.
The tables are knocked over, tools are scattered onto the ground.
Are we making too much
Making a
noise?
huge
Get out of
mess.
this room. We need to keep moving. It's passing time.
yeah,
Come
let's
on.
go.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, we're good.
You know, just look around for
It's
a-
fun.
a- a
I
boot
enjoy it.
jetpack.
Will William carry me?
Make a
Still
perception
trying to
check.
look for Knott's boot jetpack. Now that we know we could run around the room with no problems.
Sorry.
Hey, since we could take the
if he
stuff,
rolled
maybe
high,
it's
that would've
okay if we
been
take an
great.
ingot.
Yeah, let's take
During the
some ingots,
Patreon
right?
hour.
I don't know. Well,
Notch
last time
was
we grabbed
asking
it, remember
for a
the,
boot
the golem
that she could use as a jetpack
glowing
to
blue
fly
came
around.
over ready. I feel like if
golem
you don't
boot.
bring it to the table, you get fucked up.
Oh, that is true. That could be possible.
let's,
Okay, let's go
head of the
out.
game.
Let's be happy with where we are.
This one here. William, will you carry Beauregard here? Yeah.
Oh,
Come and see it.
yes.
We're going out the door.
Yeah.
All right. You step through, you push open the door. There's no handle. It just kind of opens up. And there's like a cylindrical crimson hallway. As you step into it, there's no real sense of up or down, and you start walking, and it feels almost like it's turning, but you're not sure if it is or not.
Take that part of the
And it goes on for about 40 or 50 feet before you see what looks to be a faint green glow from the chamber beyond as you pass into and beyond the threshold. As you step into this
I've got
next
to
room,
find it. We've still got about 10 minutes left. I started thinking, like, oh my
know,
god, are we
it's a big
almost
place.
done already? We're
the first
like only
thing that
halfway
catches
through.
your senses is the smell. Old, wet
Oh,
rot,
it's got to be experiment
Chemicals.
place.
pungent and assaulting your nostrils. The faint flickering green light frames the chamber's long shadows.
I can't remember the name.
through
It
a
was like
series
the
of green
experiment
glowing orbs that are
chamber.
affixed to portions of the wall and grates that spill this faint green light across the slick stone floor. A thick mist hangs in the air down around your ankles and knees, while numerous glass pillars appear set along the center of the chamber at different elevations. Perhaps 10 or so in total from what you can just glean at this view. The closest one appearing damaged and cracked. You kind of take a step in and your feet splashes. There's apparently a small, thin layer of liquid within the room. You hear a very faint, rhythmic beating sound, and you can feel a thrum through the floor.
There's a giant heart in here.
Oh, gross.
Nope.
You take a moment to focus, and you can see within the glass tubes, standing probably about 9 or so feet in height each. They're frosted from the inside by some sort of murky liquid, it seems, and you can just faintly make out what looks to be shadows or shapes from within.
Yeah. Look at
You can see
Sam's
chains dangling
face.
from the ceiling. Ones that are probably used to
Are we in
carry or
Hellraiser world?
shift these large, strange, liquid-filled jars.
And there's a broken one.
The one nearest to you is cracked with a slight piece missing.
Is there a form in it?
You're a bit far away. You can get a closer look if you like.
If you'd like.
You're also, to be fair, not sinking into the water.
Should I go over and look? I'll go over and look at the
Really stealthily,
at
really,
that one.
really
Very
Yeah, I'll
stealthily,
stealth
but
over.
Make
I mean,
yourself-
I guess we have no choice, right? We got to do something.
32.
Okay.
32.
You move over. The green light's kind of flickering a bit, just by the nature of the space inside. You make your way over towards the first. There's
should
like
be able
two
to
tubes right
see
there
some
on the
things
immediate
without
right and
any
left of the staircase that
disruptions.
leads up to the central platform. There's about a 5-foot raised section in the middle where it looks like 5 of these, or 4 of these are situated. You go to the first, the one that you see the crack on, and you can kind of just glance on the inside by getting up on the stair and looking within. The smell of rot is strong, and the closer you get, and on the inside you can see what looks to be a corpse. It's what bit of liquid there is visible in the nearby tubes. You can see it's semi-cloudy with like a gray-green liquid. Faint bits of floating material, some sort of matter that just kind of is gathered and fungal almost.
Gross, but awesome. I
With
love
what appear to be
Matt's
humanoid-type
storytelling.
bodies motionless and suspended in it. The cracked one, you can see the liquid is about halfway, and the exposed part of it is just this rotted corpse with its mouth open, the lips pulled back, fungus kind of growing across parts of its face.
Is it like a Left
It
4
appears to be
Dead
male,
fungus
or was
monster?
male at some point. Thin black hair that's fallen out of it, and part of its face.
Is it gonna rise? I like.
Or bigger than okay.
Human.
Sort of shout whisper this to the buddies.
I don't like the fungus part. It's making me think
The water that
zombie.
we're standing
I mean,
in,
well,
is
they're
it
not zombies.
rippling with that.
It's fungal bacteria or whatever. the
Very
hell it is.
faintly. You can feel it through the floor.
And we feel a heartbeat. We feel some sort of heartbeat or something.
Should we go look at another one?
Can I look and see which, based off of what I see forward looking at, and those like ripples, do the ripples in the liquid seem to be coming from one direction to the other?
Make a perception check.
I will do the same if that's okay.
Sure.
All right.
I'm having a feeling.
I'm having
Perception
a
is just looking and seeing patterns. Investigation is taking time.
14.
14?
20.
20. Okay.
20.
You're still kind of taken aback by the interior. Something's very off-putting because there are elements of the rot that is natural and familiar to you, but the chemical smell of something else here is very unfamiliar and alien that you're not a fan of. You notice with each thrum, the ripples seem to come from the walls to the middle and back out. So their particular source appears to be everywhere.
Is the same pace as a heartbeat, yeah?
That's what I'm
It
thinking.
has a similar
Yeah.
rhythmic thrum to it, yeah.
Proximity.
I don't
Proximity.
like this place, you guys.
Well, I mean, one of the rooms that links to this is the heart study outside of the permaheart.
Well, that seems likely.
Okay. The heart study. And that's right outside of the
Can we see the
permaheart.
portal of the door that we came in from just now behind us?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a push door as well?
When you guys came through, it was already kind of halfway ajar, and you kind of push it slightly open to get in the rest of the chamber. So it's open currently.
Can I move to our left along the wall that we're at, and just keep an eye out for a door moving into the room further.
Okay.
But along the wall.
Along the wall?
Not in between the two or the columns.
Yeah. Okay, so as you move along, this is the left-hand side. Okay, as you move along
Any
the left-hand
second
side,
now,
you can
we're
now see,
gonna
yeah,
end.
there's about, you can see what makes probably about 8 or so of these tubes. Like some of the nearest ones, you can see the shapes.
Something's gonna awaken.
They're humanoid, but something's off. One of them you see pressed against it, and they all share the same male human with kind of long dark hair, kind of a pointed bit of facial hair off the chin. But one of them has this like bulbous cancerous tumor on one shoulder where you can see hundreds of teeth protruding from.
He tries to make himself. Yeah.
Another one, as you walk by, you can see like a portion of its chest is swollen with stitches, and where it cracks open, you can see a large mouth where a tongue kind of hangs out.
Oh my god, it's like
Trying to
freaking
merge
John
himself
Carpenter
with something
stuff.
Does it resemble what
He's trying to
Halas looked like? What
He's trying
his
to make
It
something.
looks pretty similar to Halas's features
All right,
from the portraits you've
Hollis.
seen.
All right.
Oh, what's he joining?
You
I,
also
I
can
heard
see
them saying
on the
Oban.
opposite
They were
end of
given a
this
bunch of
chamber,
options, but Hollis.
About 3 or so from this vantage point of the tubes are broken,
And there's no
shattered
corpses.
and jagged, maybe about standing half or less tall.
How many?
3 from your current
And
vantage
are
point.
they empty?
and this
You
is
look-
the heart of the laughing hand is what is powering all of this?
Well, I think it's just outside of here. I will summon the sword, and I'm going to use the word to make it glow blue.
The blue glow lights up around you, and you hold it high. You can see now the blue light from the sword shining against the whole wet interior. It's super humid and warm in this chamber, uncomfortably so. You can feel
I don't
the
know if we
moisture
wanted to
and
make
the
that
sweat
much
beginning to
attention
build up on
already.
your brow and face and under your armor. You can see now the shards of the broken tubes all across the distant floor and bits and pieces along near you, as well as the glistening chains hanging from the ceiling.
Eyes of the grave.
Eyes of the grave? Okay. Nothing catches your attention.
Okay.
As soon as
Nothing
I see
from
him
Eyes of the
light
Grave.
up, Caleb's hands start to burn as well.
Okay.
Not even the things in the tubes? Nothing?
No.
Okay. Cool.
But you do hear about 10 feet to your left, Ford, as a shape drops from the ceiling. The water sprays, and you turn and look,
we get
and
to
you
at
see
least
a
now?
hulking shape, maybe about 9 feet to the shoulder. A flesh mass of pustules and boils.
God, is it one of
A
them?
singular head rises up
Giant
with tattered
Hollis?
black hair, a large distended jaw, and tattered bits of the facial hair reminiscent of Halas. Eyes yellow and burning, with 3 other heads, misshapen and formed across elements of its shoulder. These 2 bulbous, mutated-looking gorilla-like hairless arms kind of clustered onto the ground.
A
As 2
three-headed
smaller,
Hollis
long, thin,
clone.
withered arms kind of curl up in front. 2 other large, mountainous arms kind of reach up behind. It's a pair of 6 visible arms over its thick, trunk-like
Three-headed,
feet.
6-armed. Yeah, because 3 heads, 6 arms. That was the
That's what we'll
3
pick
tubes.
up
Breaking the laws of nature!
Love it. And this is right outside what is probably the permaheart.
This fucker next to me.
Oh, he's got a mini, a 3-headed,
I customized
6-armed.
a lot.
Oh, my lord.
Dude.
Ew!
Dude.
Oh, he
Do we
is
get a close-up?
not
Around when you're done.
attractive.
Oh, yes,
What has
sir.
Halas been doing? He needs to rethink
Anyway,
his
we'll pick up from
experiment.
there
So excited.
next week. Shit's getting weird. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us on tonight's adventure.
I
Don't
wish
forget,
we had more.
we love
I
you
was very
much,
tense there.
and
I wanted
is
to
it
see
Thursday
more.
yet? Good night.
Good night. All right, guys, that was amazing ending to it. I'm thinking, how are we going to end this? 3 tubes in front of us, shattered glass everywhere. I was thinking, clearly, there are 3 dudes that are going to get us, and they're probably stronger and tougher than any of the other weirdo creations we just saw. Something like right out of The Thing with John Carpenter. Its stomach had a mouth with a tongue. Is that what I heard? Stitched up? Something like that? I don't know. Either way, crazy experiments going on here. And then how it ends, a gigantic 9-foot tall, 3-headed, 6-armed clone of Hollis. I wasn't sure where they were going with the clones. When people started realizing, oh my God, it looks like somebody, they said Oban. As soon as I was like, oh my God, they're all the same, I was thinking Yusa. But I'm like, it's too soon, I feel like, to be Yusa. Either way, it's Hollis. And it's the Heart Study, which is right outside of the Perma Heart, and that's where we're trying to get. And we are talking to Allura, so I feel like once we get through this, which is probably going to be the first half up to the break of 82, I think we already looked in the live stream, and it's like an hour and 40-minute live stream coming up this Friday. And then we'll probably in that time get to the Perma Heart, I feel like. Let me go edit this up. I got 100 other shows to do. We're doing Fiona and Cake now, if you guys are interested. We also got Chucky coming out in 2 weeks. Cobra Kai coming out soon. Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest. All these shows, hundreds of movies. Check it out. In the description is the link for Patreon. Full unedited, everything. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.